TV, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Hansel and Gretel. Now you guys know how much I love talking about old creepy fairy tales, especially ones that have very eerie backstories, and I'm sure we're all familiar with this story: breadcrumbs, candy, witches. But this story was actually inspired by some very scary real events. And I didn't know about any of this until I did research for this video, so this might blow your mind as well. By the way, if you did not notice, I am wearing brand new V-Team merch. This is our new blue sweater. It says V-Team on the front with snowflakes, and it has snowflakes all down the arm. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but in between the white snowflakes, there's actually metallic silver snowflakes. They look so cool in person. I work really hard to get materials that are really soft, so the whole inside of this sweater is literally, I don't know if you can see, this is so soft. So these are available right now on the website. I have linked it down below. If you get one, please take a picture and show me. And yeah, I'll be wearing this all winter long, so don't mind me. I'm also like blending into the background. And speaking of that, if you did not know, if you want to enter to win, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, so my Jessie V channel, turn on a notification bell, and then head over to my other two Instagrams. One is called Jessie V Merch, one is called The Whimsy Wonders. Follow those two, that's all you have to do, just be following them, and you'll be entered to win this beautiful magical backdrop behind me. Alright, so without further ado, let's get right into this video. So Hansel and Gretel is based on something horrible that happened back in the year 1314. There was this huge famine in Europe. People didn't have any food, so mothers were forced to abandon their children and in some cases eat them. And scholars believe that what happened back then inspired this story of Hansel and Gretel. Now this notorious tale of Hansel and Gretel has been translated into 160 languages since the Brothers Grimm first published it in 1812. I feel like most people watching right now are probably at least familiar with the story, but if you aren't, here's a brief synopsis. A pair of children are abandoned by their starving parents in the forest. And these two kids, their names are Hansel and Gretel. They realize their parents have abandoned them, so they try to find their way home by following a trail of stones that Hansel had left. And it does lead them safely back to their house. But then their mother speaks to their father and convinces him that they should abandon their children for the second time, and this time they want to make sure it worked. So they take them to the forest and run away, and this time Hansel drops breadcrumbs to follow them home, but the birds end up eating his breadcrumbs and the children get lost in the forest. The starving pair come upon a gingerbread house that they begin to eat all the desserts and candies, but they don't realize that the home is actually a trap set by an old witch who enslaves Gretel and forces her to overfeed Hansel so that he gets big and plump so that he can be eaten by the witch herself. The pair manage to escape when Gretel shoves the witch into an oven, and they return back home with all of the witch's treasures and they live happily ever after. So let's talk more about the origins of this story, because in real life it definitely was not a happy ending. Back in 1314 to 1322, there was what was called a Great Famine that took over the Baltic regions. This was because volcanic activity in Southeast Asia and New Zealand ushered in a period of prolonged climate change that led to crop failures and massive starvation across the globe. And apparently in Europe, the starvation was the worst because their food supply was already scarce before the famine even happened. So this famine affected 30 million people, and apparently 25% of those people ended up dying. Now what was so sad about all of this was that the elderly people who lived in this community volunteered to starve themselves to death so that other people could eat. But then there were other people, like parents, who decided to abandon their children so they didn't have extra mouths to feed, which is horrible. They basically wanted to have all the food to themselves and didn't want to give it to like literally their daughters or sons. And that's exactly what was seen in the Hansel and Gretel story. The parents took the kids to the forest and literally dipped. Other people would even try to eat the weaker ones in the group. Hence why the witch was trying to eat the children in the story. And like I said, it was from all this chaos that happened in real life that brought up the Hansel and Gretel story. And here I was my whole life thinking this was just a fictional story, and it is to an extent obviously, but I did not know it was based on real tragic events. Now Hansel and Gretel wasn't the only tale that came out of this great famine. There was another fairy tale called The Little Boy and the Wicked stepmother. In this fairy tale, two children are also abandoned in the forest, and they find their way home following a trail of ashes. But when they return home, the stepmother throws the little boy into a pot and forces the sister to set the table so the family can eat him. So the poor boy is boiled up in this pot for dinner, and the horrified sister takes her brother's heart, goes into the forest, and hides it inside a tree. Now, back at the house, the father unknowingly eats his son for dinner. The sister refuses to take part. She does not want to eat her food. The next day, this cuckoo bird emerges from the tree where their brother's heart was, and this bird starts singing, "Cuckoo, my sister has cooked me and my father has eaten me, but I am now a cuckoo and I'm safe from my stepmother." Now the stepmother sees this bird saying all these things. She's terrified because she realizes it's like the boy's spirit in this bird. So she goes and throws a lump of salt at the bird, trying to injure it. But instead it falls back on her head and she dies. Like, isn't that such a bizarre story? And there are so many other really strange and horrible stories about like parents wanting to eat their kids that came out of this famine. There's this other really strange fairy tale that's called The Ungrateful Son, and it's about this man with his wife sitting at the table eating a roast chicken. That's when he sees his elderly father come to the door asking for some food, and this husband ends up hiding the chicken somewhere in his house so his father can't have a piece of it. Instead, he only offers his father a drink of water, and then the old man leaves with no food in his belly, all because this man only wanted to have the chicken for him and his wife. Well, when the son goes back to retrieve the chicken, he finds that the chicken has transformed itself into a giant toad, and the toad jumps on his face and stays there forever. He literally just has a face frog. No one's able to remove the toad because if someone tries to, that toad will jump onto someone else's face. So no one wants to go near this man. And what's so gross and creepy is that this man has to feed the toad on his face every single day, or the toad will start eating his face. What? And that's literally it. So the moral of the story is that you should always share, or you'll have a face frog. But I guess back then times were tight, people did not want to share their food. But I don't know about you guys, if my father came over and was like, "Can I have a piece of food?" I wouldn't deny him that. Anyway, so guys, that is the end of today's video. If you guys have any other creepy stories about the famine or want to add anything else about Hansel and Gretel, definitely comment it down below. And don't forget, if you would like this new metallic V-Team sweater, I have linked it down below. But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!